the month of November. I remember when we started November 1st, and myself and the lady were just saying, today is November 1st. Though. And here we are, the 13th day in the month of November. That's the time that time waits for no one. All right, welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television. Yes, we are that television that reaches out for the stars. We are trying to reach out to you from here, from Family and Values. Family and Values is the show where we discuss everything that has to do with your relationship, my relationship, your family, my family. Like I used to say, those controversial topics, you don't want to talk about it on the show. In our little fellowship, we have the conversation here. Okay, this is the first time you're just seeing this pretty face on your screen. My name is Princess Joy Ayo Abu. I love the way I get the Abu, and it's like, okay, it just reminds me of family. Yes, that's what family is all about. Alright, so this morning, I want to quickly say something. If you're coming from Yanopaja, please, alternatively, either you wait or you just put a call because you're going to be pretty late. I don't know, for some reason, there is a whole lot of traffic. And those of us coming from Ayobo, you know how that area is. So this morning, I don't know what happened there, but there is heavy traffic on that road. So please, this is just in case you're still at home or you're planning to come out. But that won't stop you from watching our show, because we are streaming, yes, on our YouTube, and you can download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. And if you're still at home waiting for the traffic to subside, you can actually go and watch us on Star Times. So we are everywhere. We don't want you to miss. We don't want you to get bored, because family is all that matters. Family is everything. I used to say that the madman, the mentally deranged person on the road, belongs to a family, whether you like it or not. Family is key. All right, welcome to the show. This morning promises to be very educative, informative. Yesterday was massive. We had a lot of comments. People saying, thank you for this topic. And today, it's another one, we are going to be pushing out to you. But I'm not always in the studio alone. I have my very own partner. The one that makes the job easy. When I sit down and I just look around, like, okay, somebody is there. How you come to work and your friend, somebody say, why are you not smiling? Just smile. Alright, you know who I'm talking about already. Let's give it up for Mama Gen Z. Good morning to you.
It's a beautiful morning to you. You are looking all sparkling gold this morning.
My dear. I said the traffic will not stop my shine. I must shine the shine.
Thank God it never did, and it will not, by the grace of God. Okay, so the one thing I want you to realize is this: some days you will be the light for others, and there will be days that will also be a light for you. So either their light or your light. Thank God there is light. And in that light, there is always hope and there is always a way. When there is light, you will see properly. Even someone who is visually impaired know there is a brightness coming from somewhere. Ask them. Yes, they may not be able to tell you how it is, but it is always a way, and there is always hope that there is light. So this morning, I thank God there is light. You are that light. I am that light. So we're going to shine on ourselves this morning. And as we shine on ourselves, also believe that God has given us this light. No man can give you, man should give you, carry a light at any point in time. You just see no more light. Like you always see, you have exhausted your data. So thank God that this light is coming from God, and you are that light, I'm that light, and to the glory of God we are here this morning, Wednesday the 13th of November. It's all good, and I'm not here alone. Like you see that beautiful shining girl in gold. It's all about the light. My name is Remain Olura Adejoke David. My friends call me Olura. It's going to be a splendid day this morning, so be on the lookout. Just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Don't even dare to change that channel. On Galaxy Television.
Yes, it's going to be a splendid morning for us. We're having a birthday shout out this morning.
One of my daughters
shout out for someone.
One of my daughters yesterday actually had it another year. Her name is Olami Adepoju. She's an amazing young girl. She just got 18, and I'm wishing her happy birthday. The Lord has been so good to her because she lost her mom about 2 years ago. And it's been the siblings taking care of her and our siblings, the senior, the mother siblings, if I mention her, you know the mom. She's a known person. I don't know my own. She's my first cousin. So I want to bless God for their life, for taking care of these children left in their hands. It's been God, and they are going. So thank God for your life. Happy many more fruitful years. Before you know it now wedding after
Yes,
graduation.
so happy many more
Glory be to God.
years ahead. Alright, so this is special to me. I want to send a special wedding anniversary to our very own person, the first head girl in this fellowship. You know who we are talking about, our Pastor Mrs. Gladys Omishile. Yes, today is happy wedding anniversary. Happy wedding anniversary today.
It's today.
Yes, it's today. We are wishing your
So
family
happy
the
wedding
very best.
anniversary.
Your marriage will not see the end, will not see the last. As you're touching lives will continue to impact. You will live to see your grandchildren, yourself and your partner will grow old. The children the Lord has given your marriage will not disgrace you. It will not be a case of where are your kids. The Lord will continue to bless your marriage. From family and value, we are happy to celebrate with you. And of course, no surprise.
To celebrate God's grace.
To celebrate God's love.
And pray that you never cease from having more honey in your mouth.
Amen.
Amen. All kinds of honey.
Amen.
You have honey.
It's very sweet. Happy anniversary to you. On that note, let's go now. In the future, we'll be right back because we have this bright, shining star here in our midst as our guest this morning. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. The 13th day in the month of November is Family Loyalty and Commitment. It's a good one, right? Family Loyalty and Commitment. I remember sometime last week I was put on the hotspot and I was asked if you had your only kidney and you have your spouse and your child, who will you donate your kidney to? And that got me thinking and brought me to the place of where does your loyalty lie as a mother, as a wife, as a husband, as a sister, as a brother. Where does your loyalty and commitment lie? This morning we have no other than to have this conversation with us. Of course, she is celebrating her marriage anniversary, so it made it easier for us to bring her in. I mean, over 2 decades of marriage is not easy, and she has 25 years of marriage. Wow! So that's a lot of loyalty and commitment put in place, and she's the best person to give us this conversation this morning. We are talking no other person than Pastor Gladys Omishile. She is the president of Gladys Omishile Ministries. Good morning. A marriage counselor, of course. Someone that loves women, always watching out for women. She wants that beautiful smile to radiate. Good morning to you, ma'am. And happy anniversary.
Good morning.
See the way we're shouting happy anniversary as if we're not here. We're just I'm sure you'll be like, am I the one you far or I'm watching from outside?
It's official.
It's official. I love that one. That's official.
When it's official.
Yes. All right.
Good
Thank you
morning.
very much.
I hope you had fun yesterday. How was it like?
It's today.
It's today. The anniversary.
Oh, sorry.
Today.
Yesterday was the pre-feast.
Pre-feast. So it's today. That's why she's on the show. It's today.
Oh.
So after the show, she'll go and buy fish for us to celebrate our anniversary. All right. So 25 years of marriage
God.
as a wife, a mother, a sister-in-law, everything. It's not been easy.
Oh my
And a pastor having a ministry, of course, of women.
Family.
A family,
Men,
a
female.
family, everything. And I want to ask, what is loyalty and commitment in the family context?
What is loyalty and commitment in the family context? Well, it's good to be here again this morning.
Yeah.
I'd like planned to have a time alone with my husband and I until they came as no, we must be here this morning.
Until they
came and we tried to end up. This is the best. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Shout out to him. Bless God for his mercies, his faithfulness over the years. Thank God. God has been good. Really, God has been good. Now, family commitment, loyalty and commitment. There is no family without marriage. Family begins with marriage. Family begins with marriage. And it begins with the man locating his wife and the wife agreeing to be his wife. Two can work together, same they agree. And they, become a family, raise children and what have you. Now, the journey of marriage is a journey of loyalty. What is loyalty? Loyalty is born out of sincere, genuine admiration for another, born out of, appreciation for the other person. It is born out of looking out for the best, the good in another. That's loyalty. That's loyalty, and it's not subject to what life throws. Now, what life throws at you, you stand for this person. You are in there and all that. Loyalty and commitment is the agreement to do the journey together. That's what life throws at you. Commitment has no respect to emotions and feelings and what have you. Life will happen, temptations will happen, but once you're in it, you're in it. That's having a sense of commitment. So for any marriage that will work, any family that will eventually work, we need commitment, we need a sense of loyalty to be there through thick and thin.
I want to ask, how does cultural background, how does it affect the loyalty and commitment that comes from this institution called marriage?
Well, we all came from us. We're not organic, as it were. We're only organic, man, Adam. I was saying it somewhere last week. So we all came from a family. We came from a culture. I was speaking to the globe. So every nation, tongue and tribe have their peculiarity, their way of life, what is known to them. All right. So you may say that loyalty may be defined different ways from different cultures. From the way I'm coming from, Africa per se, Africa is relational. I remember that I was privileged to be somewhere sometime abroad, and we were received for the first 2 days. And the next day we they got a hotel for us, and we got the message, politely. They paid for the hotel, beautiful place and what have you, but they're telling you that, man, you're invading our space. But in Africa naturally is hospitable. Africa naturally is accommodating, even to our detriment at times.
Yes.
Africa is that. Someone can just knock on your door without prior information and then invade your space, come in and all what have you. So culture has a way it affects the way how loyal we can be. So in Africa, one may invade your space because of that sense of hospitality, sense of family. You want to tolerate, you want to endure, even though you're feeling bad about it, but you want to endure, you want to sacrifice. So culture has a lot of role to play when it comes to loyalty and commitment.
Culture has a lot of role to play. Now, I want to ask, is it possible for one to be loyal and committed without sacrificing one's independence, one's personality? Because I've seen people that have gone all out for their families. They give everything, and by the time they realize, they've lost themselves. Now, let me say, for instance, a first child now that maybe lost the mom, the girl in African setting, and she has to make sure that her younger ones are very okay. Now, by the time those younger ones have gotten to that point of comfort, she's found out that she's way back, she knows nothing, like she has lost. So, is it possible for one to have that loyalty and commitment without sacrificing one's independence?
Okay, let me come from this angle. Loyalty and commitment will demand sacrifice on your part. It's sacrificial, especially commitment. Loyalty will be born out of, I love AJ, I love Sister Joy. I love them. The goods are going, we are there. I admire them. But commitment goes beyond just even loyalty. Your all is in it. When the going is good, when the ships are down, you are there. It's a sense of responsibility and a lifelong thing. Alright, so sacrifice is part of loyalty and commitment. But be it as it may, I always say that balance is key in everything you do. You must always learn to draw that divide. You must. A healthier you, gives the best. A healthier relationship. Now, giving all you're giving and you are dying on the inside is not healthy for you. The Bible says wisdom is profitable to the right. You must know when to. I remember something happened to me yesterday. I like to share my story. I have these people I'm responsible to, and all on campus will come in, Angie, we need this. I will send. I mean, I've gathered some money somewhere in my business years, saved money for something, and something came up. I'll give. Then I have some. There's something I couldn't even buy for myself. I felt, no. It's a no.
Yes.
Even if I wanted, but it was a no, because I have responsibility. And when they came back on holiday, I saw them using something bigger than that. I told myself,
you both said and grace, and you're like, no.
So
But how did you feel at that point? Because for me, I'll feel cheated. I'll feel like I'm sacrificing for you, and you people are coming. You know, it's like you have a younger one, and you're there, and then the person that is iPhone 15.
Yeah, I'm talking about
you're just using 100, managing
and what and then they come with that.
just to make sure you're paying the fee.
All right. So wisdom is key. That's the truth. Wisdom is key. Don't forget. Jesus Christ said, "Your neighbors as you love yourself."
As you love
That's the truth. As you love yourself. You can't really communicate love until you understand love. And then you need care of you. Somebody said somewhere, said you are the lighthouse. Yes, we are the light, like Lois said earlier, but there's a house that carries, that bears the light. If something goes wrong with that house, the light will be dim. It is wisdom on your part. It is also caring for others by caring for yourself. Because if anything goes wrong with you, your light will not shine. And there will be darkness for they won't be able to see, navigate their terrain effectively. So it's wisdom on your part to take care of you. Balance it. You must always learn to set boundaries in life. Even in marriage. Even in marriage. I came in home one day and of course, women we are multitaskers. We all came in home, from our engagements, everybody. And then, but the woman's sense of mission or sense of responsibility, my family must feed, must take care of them, I must put something together for the family, Even when the body was saying to me, go rest. Rest. And have a spirit of God in me. Rest. You can even do a rest. Maybe 1 hour now. And then continue with what you need to do. I said, no, let me do it. Let me do it. I need to eat. While there in the kitchen, I had muscle cramp. It wasn't fun. While others were sleeping, resting, I had muscle cramp, and that led that kitchen journey halfway. So, like Jim Rohn would say, when you're tired, 10 minutes long nap and do you a whole world of good. So I had to abandon everything and go to the rest. And I got better.
You surrender now.
I surrender. You're not.
Even though you are a woman who wants to do everything, you just
got to that point.
Then you are not El Shaddai. Otherwise, ye shall die.
I want not otherwise you should die.
Balance is key.
Balance is key. Let's go now. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Discussing family loyalty and commitment. It's interesting when you have conversations like this. Like I used to say, there are so many things you don't want to talk about. It. Now you're hearing it and it's opening your ears and ideas into a different perspective of like commitment is key, loyalty is key. Family is everything, and we see how our very own beautiful lady in the house, the woman of God herself. Alright.
You are not El Shaddai unless ye shall die.
I love that.
Take time to rest, it's important. Your life, you need to borrow yourself brain, not only sense. Borrow your brain, borrow more to it so that you come back to your understanding of how life is. You are not God. Okay, so moving forward, I want to ask, what's the difference between loyalty, commitment, obligation? And how do we bring this into a family, setting without making one to be weighty on the side than the other? How do we balance that?
Okay, thank you, Mom. I tried to earlier define difference between, although in passing, difference between loyalty and commitment. Loyalty is about admiration. It is about appreciation. of another person. And you can't even afford to marry your enemy. You can't marry someone you don't like, someone you can't stand their presence. There won't be loyalty. People out of, being urged to be married, to settle by all desperations, they want to do any and everything to answer that name or be that person. But you can't marry someone you can't stand their presence, because you're going to spend the rest of your life with you. So loyalty is that, is more of emotions. Oh, I'm into this person. Oh, I love this person, makes me big. I want the best. When you truly love somebody, you want the best for them. You see they are good. You watch their back. You can't be there when they are casting action on them and then you tolerate it and you're not loyal. But when you're loyal, you are for that person. You can even stake your life for them. When it comes to that, loyalty is most times emotion based. But commitment on its own is a sense of responsibility. It is standing through thick and thin on your vow you took on your wedding day. The vow you took as friends, standing through it. Okay, this person is my mother. That's something I can never do to my mother, no matter what happens. God says, honor your father and your mother. God did not say they are good to you when they are bad to you. The Bible says honor. So you owe them honor, is commitment. When you don't feel like, the Bible says honor. In the same vein, wife submit to your husband is a command. Yeah. So be careful who you marry who you can submit to. That's it. Husband, love your wife is a command. Women can be, a whole lot of, and a woman to a handful. Emotional baggage, as it were, where our mood swing is out of this world.
Cannot overlook it.
So when God, the all-wise monarch of the universe, when he said, love your wife, he understands that you only get through this woman when you love her. Women are intuitive. When they sense loyalty on your part, they give you their all. A woman is a multiplier. What you give them, they multiply and give back to you. Give them peace, they multiply. Tranquility, calmness, quietness, peaceful cohabitation, and that same peace they'll give it to you. Give them sperm, they give you children. The woman multiplies. Give her rice, she'll give you different shades of rice. Give her the other side.
She will give it to you.
I've observed that a lioness is more ferocious than the lion. As calm as the mother hen is, as a hen is, when she's nursing her baby's DNA, don't go near. So that's how a woman is. So when God says woman submit, God knows what He's doing. The woman is so powerful that she needs to be under control, otherwise she will self-destruct. So husband, God says love your wife.
Love.
It comes with a sense of commitment. You don't have, the love we're talking about here is not even a love of emotion. It's not emotion. It's a love of commitment. It's sacrifice. A lover gives. For God so loved the world, He gave sunlight, He gave rain, He gave trees, beautiful. He gave, and then He gave His Son, His only Son. So love gives. You can give without love, but you can't love without giving. So you must love is a sense of commitment. Now, if you're part of a family, know that this is my family. It is your duty, the sense of commitment to protect that family. You don't wash your dirty linen outside. You make it work. You must be trusting in that union. You must be open communication. You must be patient. Mutual respect is key. If that marriage must work. Thank you.
If that marriage, I want to ask, because sometimes see people who have given all when it comes to family, and deep inside you think that they are happy but they are not. Can loyalty and commitment stand in the way of one's happiness? And I mean true defining happiness. You're happy that your family is moving. You're happy that you're there for them. You're there to carry their burden. But deep inside of you, there is this inner happiness that you're lacking. Can loyalty and commitment actually stop one's personal happiness? Even when you're seeing your family and you're seeing your family moving forward, you as an individual, can it hinder your own happiness?
Okay. Loyalty is expected of us to be loyal. For both partners to be loyal to other, mutual loyalty. But I've observed from experience that God looks for a man to work with part-time. Maybe the wife today, the husband tomorrow, maybe the children, relative and what have you. So it will demand sacrifice on your part. It will cost you something. It will cost you. Some of our mothers will tell you, oh, I stayed in this marriage because of people.
Yes, my grandma was always saying that. My late grandma, she would always tell you.
Most moms.
Always.
I'm staying in this union and here because of my children, of you. Right. So it costs them something. So we all can be raised in a home, not dysfunctional home. But at the same time, of course, now knowledge is increased, we know better. We must take care of you. That's the truth. Because you matter. You cannot give what you do not have. You can't give what you do not have. Sometimes a lot of people do internal beating. You are beating people with your mind. Life is spiritual. I'm not even delve into that. But I learned this by the Spirit of God. Some parents are sacrificing, but they are beating their children. They are not beating them physically. They are meeting their needs. But in their heart, they are beating them. They are not happy. There's no goodwill.
They are complaining inside. They are going through so much.
The energy is being released is negative. And prayer is not just what you verbalize. Heaven hears what you think. Your thought is loudest in heaven, even than yours. We must be conscious of our spiritual environment. Alright. Heaven hears what we think. God says, I will do exceedingly abundantly above what you ask or think. What you ask or imagine, another word. So what goes through your mind matters. So to avoid, because some parents tell you, I took care of you. A mother will hold her breast and rain a curse on her child because of the internal pain she has, carry the baggage of pain she has nursed over the years. So if that child makes it an enemy, forget how it happened, she now feels. I had the story of a mother that programmed her son back to Nigeria. The boy could not go back again. Alright. All manner is happening. So you must help you check you. I tell people, take care of you. At times, I'm sorry, but be selfish at times.
Be selfish at times.
Oh,
I love that.
I was asking a question like that this morning after going through devotion. I said, selfish, self-love could be selfish. I was not telling my daughter, see, that kind of self-love, it depends. If you are the type that gives, that share whatever you have, self-love is good. But the selfish part is when you are doing your self-love, but you are not considering any other person. So don't mistake it that when you do yourself a self-love, just like you said, people you've been making sacrifice. Someone will be making sacrifices to make sure I need this. And of course, they will need it. You were making it available. You were doing the little you can. But suddenly you realize that, this person
don't turn the person is good and you might
certain good looks, certain attributes or certain things.
The person is
like
you might
yourself.
I mean, not your head so that you be able to.
So you are just saying something about self-love.
Yes, I just, that word will resonate with a lot of people at times. Not because of you, but because of those you are sent to. We are people on a mission. That's the truth. And this is what my husband and I use this. I always tell him, when you walk, it is called workshop. You walk, you eat. When you walk and you reward yourself at times, alright, it inspires you to work more. That's the truth. Even if you're giving yourself 30% of your income, and the rest 70 can go to savings and other family members and what have you, and kingdom and all that. Give yourself something. Reward yourself. It sends a message to your subconscious that, of course, I'm valuable, and then you want to give more. I've learned it. A wise man said, the house will always be dusty. Even if you do the cleaning today,
you come back and do like
every day it will be dusty. So at times, give yourself a slack. Don't guilt trip yourself. The devil is a liar. That's the truth. Our self gives the devil legal access to buffet us. He's telling you rest. I say no. One woman collapsed in her kitchen in Abuja. She had guests in the house and they were telling her, she walks more. She said, rest. She said, no, let me finish. Let me finish. Rest. I have guests. I have rest. She collapsed there. And it was not in a coma or fainting. She died. Do you understand? A lot of fathers, men work so hard. I honor men out there.
Yes.
They work so hard. Why they are calculating school fees? They are calculating rent. They are calculating
Their own house.
even if you have built your own house too, for those that have built their houses, you still have other government rates. There are government rates to pay, land use rates, all the lawma, all the bills to pay, and then the money may even come to pay those things. But before it comes, you're already taxing your mind. You're calculating, how do I do this? How do I give out this? You're putting pressure on yourself. There are stressors. That's true. There are stressors all over the place. So you must follow yourself sense. Personally, I encourage my husband. I'm not the type of woman that compete with a man when he maybe does shopping for himself or he goes somewhere to take care. I feel good because you work so hard, you deserve it, you earn it. Go and enjoy yourself.
And take yourself.
Enjoy it.
Because I think that's when he will come back refreshed to even.
I need him more. When our times, I know he works so hard. He's around with me now. He's around, and then he wants to sleep. I go to steal his phone and put it on silence. I still did it yesterday night. Put the phone on silence so that no call will come in to cut his sleep. He can miss those calls and call them back. Heaven will not fall. People will not shed blood, they will only shed tears. That's the truth. And I tell my children, my husband is sleeping. No noise. No emotion, no noise. Because you marry tomorrow now and go and face your spouse.
Yes,
I tell you, mommy, when are you coming? Write us letter.
I'll leave you.
Write us letter.
I'll leave you.
Mommy, my spouse doesn't like to be. I'm married to an introverted spouse. Doesn't like to be
doesn't like to be.
He like that privacy. Mommy, write letter. When are you coming? People, this is my own.
Let me enjoy.
All of you will come back. Go. Your different assignments in life and purpose. Gloriously, this is my own.
You need to protect it for old age.
Protect your own. That's loyalty. That's wisdom. Don't say you are good, you are everybody, everything, what have you.
So that you will not go and die.
Be loyal to your own.
Be loyal.
Okay. Committed to your partner's welfare.
Okay, you're talking about be loyal. And we all have an obligation in the family. As a mother, as a husband, as a daughter, as a son. Is there a limit to commitment and loyalty? If there is a limit, what are those limits? How do we imply or, as you're arranging the firewood for those days when you're arranging the firewood, how do we implement it? That it will not look like you are being selfish. We talked about it.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. We all have obligations. But it begins from the whole thing, courtship. Communication. Communication is key in every relationship. You must discuss it. How far can I go? How far do I expect you to go? It must be communication. And then when chips are down, also communicate. It's not about, there's no hard and fast rule. It is my duty to always put this fruit on the table. And we've agreed at the onset. Of course. Life may happen. I'm not able to put the food on the table on that particular. Communicate it. It's called relationship. It's not a prison house. It's not a tax master and their subject slave affair. That's why you must marry your friend.
Oh my God.
That's why you must marry your friend. I'm telling the truth. I want to honor my husband this morning because this is my 25 years of anniversary.
He brings he's always and he will patiently wait.
I'm not
like that. Many of us.
I'm not taking it for granted. Really, it's not a right. There's nothing I did to deserve it. It's just messy.
Yeah.
All right, but he can also, and he's the CEO of his own company. All right, so that's maybe I'm the breadwinner. I support. He's the major, but he speaks my love language. He makes ministry easy for me, easier and easier for me. Because imagine you're going to go and minister somewhere and then you have to drive through the traffic of Lagos State, and then you're going to preach, deliver your best. Let's do impact and The cool head, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, but he will always be there to tell you calm down.
But
You
he's the
get
one
it.
navigating, he's
I
driving.
remember one of your stories.
Yes,
Okay.
you know when they were
Coming.
coming, and he was like,
I said,
don't
don't
worry,
worry,
you
we'll
get
get
Oh,
it.
yes, I'm telling you.
And he was telling my dear,
Don't worry.
I remember I was
Yes,
sitting like that. Don't worry,
Don't worry, you get
Oh my
there.
God, I remember that. God bless you, sir.
All right,
We appreciate God.
and all that. So, to the glory of God, marry your friend. I'm not the regular African wife.
Mm.
I'm not the regular. I always say it. And I always go to my Father. When I go, I will lay prostrate. Father, I am grateful. All right, and I soak this in the blood of Jesus Christ. I'm not the regular African wife. I'm not. But he says to me now, "You're going to for TV program? No, I want to eat pounded yam this morning." Submission says I must give him pounded yam. But he was ready to sacrifice his breakfast to ensure his wife gets to the studio as at Wednesday. Sacrifice. Marry your friend. Because you cannot outdo yourself. When you have this sense of, okay, fine, I want to give my best in my relationship with my family, but at the same time, I also have my family, they are mindful of me, they are good to me, they are not putting a gun on my neck that I must do. So when I want to do, I give my best. I give my best.
You know that this time you've given all. This is you giving it all.
So there is no limit.
There is no, okay, let me say it's relative. It's relative. Actually, it's relative. Just this passage, they should just sow the seed and you reap it. The seed you sow, that means it's going to be limitless or there'll be limit. Just sow the rest.
All right, now I'm going to let you go because today is 25 years wedding anniversary, and it's something that, you know, I remember years back I was watching a couple celebrate 25 years, and you know, it was on national TV. People, and when they were interviewing the man, he was singing the whole praises, and then when they came to me, she said, "It's been God."
Sacrifice.
And that was all the statements she made. It's been God.
Yeah.
So over the years, I kept remembering, why was this woman after 25 years just say, it's been God? Now I want to ask, which would you say plays a vital role in marriage? The marriage vows you're committed to, or parenting that you're into? Because I feel like that word, till death do us part, is a commitment for those who understand it. There was a time we had to talk about that marriage, but the importance, and we had that guest, they say, people just copy people's, you just carry somebody's wedding and start putting till death do us part. He said, but have you sat down to write your own words? What am I committed to? What these words I'm saying, can it stand taste of time? So now, you get for 25 years now, which would you say holds strongly the marriage of these two? Is it the marriage vows or everything that marriage brings you into?
Parent of children, right? Pivotal is your marriage, your spouse, your marital relationship. On the go, that's the center that holds everything together. That's the truth. When the home is sick, it affects the externals, it affects the children. For me, it's been my union with my husband. It's been our relationship. And then it festers to our children. Somebody said, I'd like to marry my mom. I like to marry kind of one. I like to marry a woman like my mom. I like to marry a man like my dad. God even not deserving. Do you understand? Now, that woman that was interviewed that said, it's been God. Here is the man celebrating his wife on the national television because he's been the recipient. He's been receiving. He's been the one receiving. I don't know the details of this book, I can tell you. He's been the one receiving a lot. She's been sacrificed, she's been given. But okay, what did you also give back to the woman? That's the truth. Was it a symbiotic relationship or was it parasitic? One part taken. You must check this. That's the truth. Or were you investing? Were you giving it? Or was it mutual? And then also, woman also should also learn to open up and speak out. Yes, you're trying to make your husband feel good, be a man, enjoy his own. Also, you also have a need. So you must communicate. Marriage is about communication. It strengthens the marriage when you communicate better.
Let's have your final word because our time is fast spent. Your final word to mothers, fathers, and those who are very young. they are together now, married.
Hoping to celebrate 25 years.
Okay, my anniversary gift to you for every single trusting God for marriage, the Lord will see to you.
Amen.
For every home trouble, I decree peace in your home. The wisdom you need to make your marriage work, to be the wife or the husband of that particular wife, man or woman, the Lord will give it to you. And let me say this, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is God's gift to man. And what we do with it is our gift to God. Marriage is good. Don't be afraid of getting married. But don't have this plan B of divorce at the back of your mind. Marry your friend, stay through it all, through thick thing. It displays how strong you are emotionally when you are committed to your vow. And before you can vow your marriage, for the singles, ensure, like Joy said, let it be your word. Don't copy. Write out what you want. Share it together with your spouse. Then stand on it under God. Above all, make God your anchor. That when the storms of life come, rain of life, the wind, you'll be standing strong. Our marriage over the years has been God all the way. He will tell me when to talk, when to keep quiet, when to go, when not to go. It's the Holy Spirit. So embrace Him. God bless you.
Oh, embrace God. Embrace God. Our time is fast spent. On that note, from my side, I want to wish the very best of today. Like I said, you are light, and sometimes you need to share from other people's light. So use your light well. Don't be selfish. It's all good. Have a lovely day. My name is Remy Olori. Tomorrow. Bye.
Alright, tomorrow is Healthy Thursday, and we are going to have a part 2 of last week Thursday's conversation, but we'll be looking at it from the doctor's perspective. Yes, we all had a guest in the studio that was suffering from the Marfan syndrome, and he brought a whole lot of awareness on it. But tomorrow we want to have our medical doctors give us truly what this is all about, and the symptoms and everything we need to know. So watch out for that conversation tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. Thank you very much for being a part of Family of Values this morning. My name still remains Presence Joy Ayo Abdul. The next program is up on Galaxy Television. Don't go anywhere.